All right, Dolphins fans, we got our second pick of the 2022 NFL draft, and a bit of a surprise this time with the first round. We didn't really think linebacker was a stretch by any means. It was a best player available in the Dolphins' eyes. It was a position of need. But right here, we just left linemen like Darian Kinnard on the board, Zach Tom on the board. We left running backs like Kyron Williams, Pierre Strong on the board. Isaiah Spiller went. I know there's a lot of Dolphins fans out there that saw Spiller dropping, wanted him. He went one pick before to the Chargers. And the Dolphins made the surprise pick. Took a big receiver, possible DeVante Parker replacement. You'll see it right there. In the fourth round, 125 overall, Erik Ezukanma, the wide receiver out of Texas Tech. So Ezukanma, 6'2", 210 pounds, skipped his bowl game, left a year of eligibility on the table there at Texas Tech. But man, is he kind of that DeVante Parker replacement? And I honestly think with the Dolphins picking here, they're really kind of selecting what they believe to be the best player available versus need. You traded for Tyreek Hill. You've got Jalen Waddle. You brought in Cedric Wilson. You re-signed Preston Williams. You signed Trent Sherfield. You have Lynn Bowden. It's not like there's a shortage at the position. So Miami, Greer, Mike McDaniel, they must really like what they saw out of him. But if you look at his game, he's not a polished route runner, but he's one of the better contested catchers in this draft. You put on his film, first thing that you're going to see is a lot of acrobatic contested catches. And it's kind of funny too, because you look at his college stats, his numbers alone, not all that eye-popping by any means, but somewhat consistent considering the fact that he played with 5 different starting quarterbacks during his time at Texas Tech. So given that, his numbers really aren't too bad. But you know what he does? He possesses something that we've been told Mike McDaniel absolutely loves, and that's the ability to be a downfield blocker. You need to be willing to block if you're going to play in this offense, and it's something that he thrives at. He's also a good receiver over the middle of the field, and he also fits the mold of what the current receivers have. They're good yak guys, and we all know what Tua said like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. We're going to yak the hell out of teams. We want to yak the hell out of teams. And that's what he does. And he actually flashed some big play potential in 2021 as well at Texas Tech. 5 catches that went for more than 45 yards. But I talked about Parker and maybe kind of being that replacement. He's a bit like Parker in the sense that separation on his routes is not the name of his game. DeVante Parker consistently ranked towards the bottom of the league in yards per separation on damn near every route that he ran. And that's what we're going to see out of Ezukanma as well. That's kind of his game, but he's got that bailout ability, the jump ball, the contested catch ability at 6'2" with a 36-inch vertical. Here's the deal, though. He basically has to be good at contested catches because his ability to separate and create that way just isn't there. He ran in the 4.5s at his pro day, but he seems to play fairly fast. And something that you wouldn't think that you'd see out of his game is his ability to take those swing passes outside, the screen passes outside, and get upfield and get chunk yardage out of them. He's surprisingly pretty good at that. It's also interesting to note. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to find the next Deebo Samuel. Well, he didn't have a single rushing attempt until his final season at Texas Tech. And then what did he do? Only 10 carries, but 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. And you know that that's the type of versatility that Mike McDaniel loves, to be able to have guys on the field where defenses have to make a decision as to what are we going to try to take away. And that versatility that these players can have, lining up on the outside, lining up in the backfield, people coming in motion, that's something that defenses have to account for. And that's going to be a big thing in a Mike McDaniel-led offense. But now the question is, what happens at the bottom of the wide receiver depth chart for the Dolphins? Preston Williams just resigned. Is he safe? Trent Sherfield signed. Is he safe? Lynn Bowden was expected to get a little bit of run this season. What happens with that now? Overall, it's a very interesting selection. I would have preferred a guy like Zach Tom, get another guy that can play center. They don't have near as much depth on the offensive line as they do at receiver. But hey, this is the strategy so far. It's drafting best available in their opinion versus adding to a position of need. So you can't hate on the strategy. It's it's just a little mind-boggling considering the pieces that they already had. If they'd have taken a wide receiver in the 7th, I wouldn't have been super surprised. I just did not see wide receiver coming off the board for the Dolphins in the 4th round. But that's what we've got. Let me hear your thoughts as well on all the prospects that we've been discussing here that the Dolphins have drafted so far in the comments below. Continue liking. Thanks to all the new subscribers. We're going to be doing these recap videos, instant reaction videos for all the Dolphin selection. Following the draft, we're going to have a grades and a recap of the entire draft in general. But until the next pick, Miami Dolphins fans, keep enjoying that draft.